It started with a whisper. An unsettling camera angle caught Mena rifling through a stack of sealed DNA files. Her face frozen in sheer panic, fans were stunned. Was this undeniable proof of a hidden scandal or the beginning of a carefully orchestrated act of sabotage? Emotions erupted the moment the clip leaked. Viewers fixated on Erica's trembling hands tearing through envelopes, as paper fragments floated in the air like confetti. Behind the scenes, producers shouted frantically off-camera, whispers echoed. Did Erica intend to destroy the evidence? Or was she a pawn in a much darker plot? The cast was fractured. Some insiders whispered that Erica was desperately covering up a devastating paternity secret. Others insisted she had been framed by a castmate thirsty for attention. Social media ignited with theories, tweets, reels, reaction videos. And through all the noise, one truth emerged: this wasn't a production hiccup, it was a full-blown crisis. The question was no longer just about the files. It was about who gained the most from their disappearance, and who would suffer once the truth exploded backstage. Erica's hands shook as she clutched the infamous white manila envelopes marked confidential. Inside, the DNA results had the power to shatter relationships across the entire cast of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Fans buzzed with rumors, secret paternity tests, backdoor betrayals, lies so deep they could rewrite everything days earlier. Erica had already sensed something was off. Over coffee with Carly Red, her voice had dropped to a whisper. "I can't shake the feeling," she admitted, stirring her latte until the foam broke apart. "What if there's more to Mendici's DNA test than we know?" Carly rolled her eyes, brushing platinum strands out of her face. "Girl, don't start that. You know how emotional he gets." But Erica, always the investigator, couldn't let it go. That same afternoon, she slipped into the production office pretending to confirm a scene. Instead, she found the locked cabinet that held the files under the flicker of a faulty light. A junior producer, Amber, walked in. "Erica, what are you doing back here?" Amber asked, voice uneasy. "Just double-checking some continuity paperwork," Erica lied, tapping on the cabinet for effect. Amber hesitated but eventually turned away. Erica exhaled hard. Her heart was pounding. Inside that cabinet sat the envelope she feared most. She pulled it out. Typed neatly at the top, Kai Frost, Mendici's, Scott, the rest. Hidden, yet the implication was lethal. Later that night, Erica met Tasha K at a dim coffee shop near the studio. In hushed tones, she slid the envelope across the table. "Look at this," she said, eyes wide. Tasha's fingers trembled as she touched the sleeve. "If this leaks, it's over. Mendici's will lose it. Yandy will flip. Kirk and Rashida, caught in the blast. We need to protect ourselves," Erica said, sealing the envelope in plastic. "This can't fall into the wrong hands." But it already had. By morning, the files were gone. Vanished. Production shut down. Crew searched the entire set. "Where are they?" the executive producer screamed, pacing in front of looping security footage. Whispers turned into finger-pointing. Erica feigned shock, joining the frantic search party. But one camera caught what producers couldn't ignore: her subtle expression shift, panic, eyes darting, a beat too long staring at the empty cabinet. Some called it coincidence, fans weren't convinced. And then Sierra tweeted, "Files gone. But secrets always find the light. Know who you are." Boom. The internet broke. Fan bases took sides. Some rallied behind Erica, arguing she was protecting something bigger. Others declared her guilty, covering up her own paternity bombshell. Photos of her parents surfaced from a surprise cameo. Her mother looked broken, her father distant. "We're heartbroken," her mom told a local blogger. "We never expected this from Erica." In a private group chat, Yandy snapped, "What's going on? Fans think you're a saboteur." Silence. Then, Erica replied, "I did what I had to do." The message hit like a slap. "You can't just erase evidence and expect loyalty," Yandy fired back. Elsewhere, Mendici sat in his trailer, looping the footage of Erica at the cabinet. Rage burned through him. He called Kirk. "She was my friend," he muttered, fists clenched. Kirk sighed, "Let's talk, just the three of us, before this explodes any more." But it was already too late. That evening, an anonymous call led producers to a dumpster behind the studio. Inside, burnt DNA files, torn edges, smoked paper, illegible names. The headlines spread like wildfire. DNA files destroyed. Conspiracy theories bloomed. Did Erica torch the evidence to hide her own secrets? Or was she framed to protect someone else? In front of the camera, Erica choked up, "I didn't mean for this to happen. I was protecting someone I love." But her tears fell too clean, too. Rehearsed, fans clocked it instantly. Meanwhile, Amber whispered to a tabloid reporter, "I saw someone else filing their nails." Near the dumpster, smirking. "It wasn't Erica. I won't say who, but it wasn't her." That confession reignited everything. Now the world wanted to know. Who really destroyed the files? Was Erica Mena the villain? Or the scapegoat? Stay tuned, the real truth was only beginning to surface. The footage played in loops, casting a tense silence over the room. The executive producer cleared his throat, his voice firm but strained. We are at a crossroads. He began, this season depends on the integrity of our story. We need transparency from everyone involved. Hands shot up. Accusations flew. LHHATL demanded to know why Erica had been alone near the files. While Kirk Frost pressed for a full audit of the security logs, the air crackled like static. Erica remained silent until all eyes turned to her. Her voice trembled. I never authorized destruction, she admitted. I was coerced off camera by someone posing as a producer. I thought I could protect the evidence, but I panicked. The room froze as she described a shadowy figure in a dark hoodie, whispering instructions. A face she mistook for a legitimate crew member. Later that day, Amber approached Erica outside the studio, her expression pale. You need to hear this, she said, handing her a small recorder. I caught a conversation that night. The person who planted the files. They admitted to framing you. Erica's heart raced. She pressed play. A distorted voice echoed, she'll take the fall. Nobody will question it if we make it look like Erica snapped. Then, a second voice laughed coldly. It hit Erica like a brick. This wasn't just sabotage, this was an ambush. She pocketed the recorder, promising Amber she'd use it to clear her name. That evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Erica, Mendices, and a handful of allies huddled around a laptop. The audio chilled them. Mendices squeezed her hand. We need to identify that voice. We can't let them control the story anymore. A fire lit in Erica's eyes to reclaim her name. She'd have to expose the mastermind even if it meant dragging others down. At dawn, she slipped back into the archival room, careful to avoid cameras. The door was ajar again, exactly as she remembered. Inside, she spotted a hidden surveillance camera above the filing cabinet. She detached it and extracted the memory card, praying it held the answer. Back in the production office, she handed it over to the executive producer. I believe this is the proof you need, she said, calm but tense. The footage revealed a gloved figure entering at midnight, rifling through files and stuffing them into a backpack. The silhouette turned. The jawline, the walk, the faint flick of hair, gasps, filled the room. It was Jason, a lesser-known sound technician with a grudge against Erica. He had clashed with her often about shot setups and scheduling. Producers confronted him immediately. He denied everything, but his alibi fell apart when Amber and another assistant producer confirmed they'd seen him near the dumpster. Under pressure, Jason cracked. They promised me a promotion if I helped create a scandal. They said Erica was too polished, too guarded, they needed chaos, and I needed that job. The room shook with disbelief. Jason had been hiding in plain sight, using Erica's fear as fuel for a scripted storm. The fallout was instant. He was escorted out, suspension papers signed on camera. The executive producer took the mic. A few execs greenlit the stunt. We lost our way chasing ratings, we forgot our humanity. Erica watched from the sidelines, her body trembling with relief. Mendices embraced her, pressing a kiss to her temple. LHHATL and Yandy offered soft smiles. The doubts were gone. The victory came at a cost. In the studio courtyard, Erica stepped onto a makeshift stage, facing cameras. Her voice was steady. Today, we uncovered the truth behind the missing DNA files. This wasn't just about me. It was a coordinated attempt to use our private lives as clickbait. I regret my silence, and I'm sorry to those I doubted. The audience applauded. Fans watching live flooded social media with praise. Support surged for Erica, a woman who faced flames and stood tall. Then came a historic announcement. The executive producer addressed cast and crew. Moving forward, we vow to protect our cast. No more manufactured chaos. No more betrayal for ratings. The courtyard echoed with applause for the first time. The cast felt whole, and his ratings soared not for scandal, but for truth. Erica, Mendices, LHHATL, and Yandy appeared in candid interviews, speaking on loyalty, integrity, healing. The DNA file saga had changed everything. Back on set, Erica walked with her head high. No whispers, no rumors, only the quiet power of vindication. She carried the recorder in her pocket, a reminder. Once the truth is captured, it can't be silenced. Still, doubt lingered in quiet corners. Crew members averted their eyes. Charred files resurfaced online. Whispers continued. Erica stepped onto the sound stage, past LHHATL and Yandy, both seated and smiling gently. She delivered her lines for a scene scripted to reflect forgiveness, but her eyes carried a deeper truth. In the makeup trailer, Amber whispered, people still question, even with the footage. Erica nodded, they always will. But we showed them who I really am. That has to count later. Mendices held her hand during a scene. He whispered, we'll get through this. I believe you. That belief anchored her, even as anxiety tugged at her chest that night. During a roundtable taping, a producer handed Erica a sealed envelope mid-scene. Her hands trembled as she opened it, a new test result, commissioned. In secret, a different paternity claim, a name she didn't expect. She froze, the panel fell into silence. Mendices, Yandy, and Rashida stared wide-eyed. "I didn't authorize this," Erica said, her voice tight. "There's more to these files." A hush gripped the audience. On screen, the memo detailed results. From a private test months old yet unknown, was it truth? Or a last-minute stunt to keep the chaos alive? Backstage, Yandy whispered, "We'll figure it out." Rashida nodded, "We faced worse." Mendices folded the memo, slipping it into his jacket. "Let's handle it our way. No more games," returning to set. Erica improvised a line that stunned everyone. "Truth is a shapeshifter. Just when you think you've caught it, it slips through your fingers." The line went viral. Social media lit up, fans praised her composure, the moment became iconic. Back in her trailer, Erica reviewed footage with Mendices, a frame paused. A producer's split-second expression, familiar, calculated. "They're still here," Erica whispered. "We'll expose them," he promised. No more surprises. Over the next week, Erica dug deeper. Phone records, email headers, security logs, one by one. She connected the dots, a secret account, deleted timestamps, a senior producer's fingerprints on a fabricated memo. She compiled the evidence. Took it straight to the top. A board convened, legal, auditors, executives, every detail confirmed. Suspensions, firings, an overhaul of the show's ethics. And through it all, Erica emerged not just innocent, but legendary. Tabloids dubbed her the Queen of Truth. Fans posted tributes. A new era began. Back on set, she stood firm, no longer running from fire. She held the recorder tight. Once the truth is caught, it can never be erased.